Minecraft Ultimate is coming around once again, and this is looking to be a very interesting season. We have dozens of players, old and new, from all across the internet. We have returning players like Wisp, Calvin, and Skeppy, and newcomers like Mako, NiceTwice, and AntFrost, all of which are competing against each other to see who will win the biggest Minecraft tournament. With the new season, that means it is my turn to make another tier list going over every team in Minecraft Ultimate, and telling you guys who I think has the best shot at winning. Unlike my Minecraft Championship videos, this tier list is based purely off of speculation, as it would be hard to track each individual player's stats in Minecraft Ultimate. Plus, the results would be skewed as Technoblade, Calvin, and Existorio had the game handed to them last time by a feature that has been since removed from the game. I also won't go into detail for every team like I do in Minecraft Championship videos, as that would take too long. And to be honest, I only know like 3/4 of the people playing. I will only go into detail on the teams in S tier. Before we get into the ranking, I'd like to remind everyone watching my video that according to Metro Boomin and 21 Savage's new album, Savage Mode 2, only 2.1% of people that watch my videos are subscribed. Please subscribe by clicking the like and comment button in the top middle corner of the video. Also, as a reminder, this tier list is just my own opinion on who I think is going to win. I could very well be wrong. Also, it is almost a guarantee that the teams will be changed between when this video gets released and when the event actually happens, and it could affect my ranking. Already, the teams have changed from the original Twitter announcements, with Zamtrios replacing Sloth and Flank replacing the Seared. Now let us get into the D tier. The D tier is made up of teams that are mostly here to mess around and not try to sweat the game. Maybe they have one decent or even good player, but I really see these teams having no shot at winning the game unless something drastic happens. In this tier, we have Basically B, Gulagon, XB, Lipiot, and Phoenix, Bread Witchery, Unsanity, Ashley Roboto, and Luxy, Your Pal Ross, Mythzin, Creepa Creech, and underscore Jeff, Just Dash, Toxic, Kiwi Cabot, and It's Zeta, Shubble, Rip Mika, Elena EXE, and Strawberry, Jameski, Captain Puffy, Arid, and CPK, Elastic Droid, Tuxie, Grizzy, and Ashdog, and lastly Grunk, Robbo, Dinkster, and Mikey. The C tier is made up of teams that have maybe one really good player or two decent players, but probably won't be able to carry their teammates who aren't as skilled at the game. While it is possible and even likely that some of these teams will be able to snag a few kills, they're going to have to practice a lot if they want to win the tournament. In this tier, we have Blundell, Estelic, Swim, and The Math Show, NiceTwice, Benix, Gizzy Gaza, and Bluesdank, Sneak Snag, Calvin, Caveman Films, and Yo It's Gold, Cyberonics, Badlinu, Zaro, and Juniper, Captain Sparkles, Antvenom, King Burn, and Michael McChill, JoJo Solos, Poke, Kara Corvus, and Roasted James, Haynins, Samu, Optimus, and Union, Pandafire, Xylophony, Tomahawk, and Nightbot, Booth Delivery, Fitba, Zen, and Npesta, Present, Omnicron, Beef Stew, and Kark, Princessly, Pizza Hut, Nihachu, and Sophie, Texas, Shadow Bass, Jimmy Offie, Yanta, and Siri Hack, Sizzler, GeoSquare, Ya Boy Action, and Brandon Crafter, and lastly, David, Dead, Mess, and X Warfare. The B tier is made up mostly of teams with two really good players and two not so good players. There are also a few teams with all average players sprinkled in there. It is possible that some of these teams go very far and one might end up winning, but it is equally possible that they get sniped early on by a team in A or S. How well these teams will do depends on if the better teammates can carry or if the not so good teammates start to pull their weight during fights. In this tier, we have Jack Pluz, Oblivion to You, Chase Lions, and Mako, Athena, Moose, Speedsover, and Cryptic, Speed and XD, Shatter, Red Vector, and Green Vector, Opa, Rekid, Arumedlo, and Akinsoft, Pixelcraftian, MC Morgan Plays, Paul GG, and Scratch, Beastrill, Huawei, Mickey, and Whitecat, Zamtrios, Bitter, Stingin, and Raiseworks, Big Shrimpin, Scotty, Callie, and Cryos, RKY, Sammy Green, Will Stetson, and Loverfella, Spifey, Tapel, Finster, and Just Verb, Leftu, Hadify, Talkio, and Rikudo, Illumina, Fruitberries, Masayoshi, and Quarter Jade. Krusty David, Squid Kid, Pichachu, Destiny. Xiphon, Menacing Banana, Ranboo, and Ginger. Hannah XX Rose, Shadow Girl, Yahia Mice, and Cup Toast. Charisma, Blushy, Boopo Snoot, and Gemini Tay. And lastly, Vixen, Not Nico, Orpros, and 5UP. The A tier are the teams with mostly decent or above average players. I think these teams will all do pretty well and are guaranteed a couple kills as long as they don't run into a team in S or a better team in A. It is very possible that one of these teams will end up winning as well. In this tier, we have Henry, Wisp, AntFrost, and Mr. Jagster S, Poland, Lego Maestro, Tico, and Punk, Purpled, Brody Animates, Star Miner, and Meltdown, Specular Burrito, Specular Potato, Draggy, and Flank, Ender, Dano MC, Green, and Barker Gamer, Fire Breathman, Bad Boy Halo, Puns, and Skeppy, Tager, Ol Lottie, Donny Bobes, and Linux, X Demon, Bitzel, Colin Smoke, and Nathan Smoke, Chris Green, Shadoon, Rubik, and Conterstein, Ponk, Daco, Nanox, and I'm Fato, Restump, Nardgoo, Frigio, and Ninja XXU, Tobias Gaiman, Graf, Kubir, and Boos, Let's Hugo, Bysteggy, XS, and Sir Fishbrat. And lastly, Shazin, Multicord, Titwins, and Maskeith. It is worth noting that I think Shadoon's team is the best Spanish team. Lastly, we have the S tier. I think that these teams have the biggest chance to win. I have 5 teams here in S, and I'll go over each one individually. The first team I have in S is the team of the Ghoul, Guep, Jimmy Boy, and Aypierre, one of 3 French teams. If you watched my Season 2 video, you will know that this exact team was my winner pick for last season, and that hasn't really changed. Guep, Jimmy, and the Ghoul are some of the best players in the tournament and always do well in events that are founded by Pika Clicks, and Aypierre isn't terrible either. Last season, their team was able to survive for a long time, before finally dying during the 20v3 at Deathmatch. It was likely that they would have won had Technoblade's team actually been defeated, and that is why they're in S. Next team I put in S tier is Norman, Sasuke, Celtics, and the Fabo, the one of 2 German teams. MCUltimate's secret flaw is due to the low amount of non-English speakers in the tournament. The only German and French players are PvP streamers, which can lead to some pretty overpowered teams. I believe that is the case here. While these 4 players aren't the best German PvPers, they are certainly good at the game. This team is similar to putting Wisp, Speed Silver, Krusty David, and Hannah XX Rose on the same team, a team that would never fly in the tournament. They are very stacked, which is why I have them in S. One more team I put in S is the other German team, that being Austrian Gaming, Witch Tiger, Phoenix, and SpaceX. This team is very similar to the previous 2 teams I've talked about, although I think this team is the best of the 3. Last season, Witch Tiger and SpaceX got the 4th and 5th most kills individually, and as a team, Austrian Gaming and Witch Tiger got the 2nd most kills, while Phoenix and SpaceX got 3rd. This team is super overpowered, and I don't think a lot of people realize this as they are relatively small streamers from a different country. Now, the last 2 teams in S. I think that while it could very likely be one of the other 3 S tier teams winning, or maybe even an A team, these 2 teams have the best chance of winning. The 2 teams here are the team of Noah Cup, Bird Poop, O Garfield, and Casey, and the team of Bruh Combo, B Boop, I Truly Mystic, and Happy Boys. These teams are made from people who found golden tickets and chests on the public server, along with the number 1 ranked player on the public server, who is Casey. What makes these teams different from every other team is that these 2 teams are made up of players who actually practice the tournament. The only other players who have played on the public server, to my knowledge, are Poland, Fruitberries, and MC Morgan Plays. Not only that, but these aren't random players on the server. On the first team, Casey is literally the number 1 player on the server, and Noah Cup and O Garfield are also on the leaderboards as well. On the second team, Bruh Combo, B Boop, and Happy Boys are all leaderboards players as well. If I had to pick between these 2 teams on who will win, I think that Casey's team is a little better just because Casey is the number 1 player on the server. Those are my thoughts on the teams in MCUltimate. Any updates to the teams before the event starts, I'll list in my pinned comment. If you want to know what teams I'll be watching for entertainment, I'll probably be switching between Zamtrios, Jack Plus, and Big Shrimp in streams. Overall, I'm actually kind of afraid for this season. The first and second seasons have been more or less a train wreck thanks to the nerfs and buffs in Season 1, and the restart an hour in and pay-to-win nature of Season 2. However, now that the organizers have been changed, it is possible that all of the previous issues have been fixed and the tournament will run smoothly. It is equally likely that the server gets hacked halfway through Minecraft Monday style, but nobody really knows. If you want to see more videos like this one, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet too. That one heart is falling into. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. Now my bed sheet.